Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you today this morning for a album review, and this is for a new album review for Bad Omens' new album, The Death of Peace of Mind, that I just got done listening to for the 15 tracks that was on this album. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this 15 track album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Sorry about my face being swelled up a bit. It's from my tooth or whatever. It's something in my gums or whatever that's making it swell up a bit. So I'm gonna have to get some antibiotics at least, I think, by this weekend or at least Monday, because I was trying to schedule an appointment for it, but yeah, they want me to do it when I have to go to work at a certain time, so might have to take off work one of these days. And sorry about the ding, it's my phone or whatever. But yeah, let's dive into this album review, and hopefully uh you can be supportive of me getting better a bit, because it's gonna take a little time for the swelling to go down. It really sucks, but yeah. The first song is Concrete Jungle, and I don't know. I think this was pretty good. I like the scream from Noah Sebastian in the middle of the song. It sounded really good. Um, it's very experimental, so I was really surprised with how experimental it was. But for what this song went for, I was not that disappointed with it. So 5 out of 5 for Concrete Jungle. I kind of enjoyed some of the experimentation in the song. Nowhere to Go was a really good one. I really liked the heaviness in the song. Sounds really good. So another 5 out of 5 for me on that one. Take Me First was somewhat melodic, but had some good drum work in it. Um, but it was mostly Nowhere to Go that had the really good drum work. I love the chorus a lot. It's really catchy, honestly. So, for the first three songs, I'm giving them 5 out of 5s. For Concrete Jungle, Nowhere to Go, and Take Me First. Noah Sebastian's vocals in Take Me First is spot on, really awesome and amazing. It's really surprised me with how good it was. The Death of Peace of Mind is the next song after Take Me First, and pretty strong single. I didn't know if I was gonna like it at first when I first heard it back in November, when it came out, but yeah, it's a pretty good song. Um, it's weird, but in a good way, because it's trying to be something different. That Bad Omens is trying to go for. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for me now for The Death of Peace of Mind. What It Costs is like an interlude to the next song, Like a Villain, and it's an alright track, alright interlude. It's got some weird moments in it, but I think for what it went for structurally, it's a solid track, so for the interlude, I'll give that a 4.5 out of 5. Like a Villain, one of my favorite songs off the album. I really loved it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it at first when I first heard it last month, back in mid-November, not mid-November, mid-January. I meant to say. I'm losing track of my months. Um, yeah, Like a Villain is a pretty strong single, and definitely go check out my music video review for the Like a Villain music video that I reviewed, because I think you'll like it a lot more than the track review, because the track review I wasn't sure if I was liking it or not, but Like a Villain's getting a 5 out of 5 for me. Then comes Bad Decisions, and sorry, the laptop's wanting me to update it. Bad Decisions was a pretty good song. I really liked it from start to finish. For the melodic moments with Noah Sebastian singing in it, he sounds very monotoned at the beginning, but when it comes to the chorus, it sounds really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed Bad Decisions, so 5 out of 5. Just Pretend was a pretty solid track. It's a pretty good track, I should say. Um, I really enjoyed that song a lot. So 5 out of 5. And then we come to the last single that came out for this album, The Gray, and I really enjoyed that song. Noah Sebastian's vocals in it are really good, along with Just Pretend, because both those songs capture some really high pitched vocals from Noah Sebastian, and it sounds really good. And the drum work and the guitar work's pretty solid in the song. There is a lot of experimentation with this album for sure. So then after The Gray comes some of my least favorite songs, which is Who Are You and Somebody Else. Those were decent songs, but I just don't know how I feel for them right now. It just didn't connect well with me, with how it was sounding structurally and sound wise. Uh, it just, they were very experimental tracks. There wasn't any drum work in it or any, uh, there was a lot more electronic music in the songs, but I think they're decent songs for what Noah Sebastian's singing lyrically, but it just doesn't sound right sonically. So 4 out of 5 for Who Are You and Somebody Else. I Don't Want This, or I Don't Want the Money, I think is what it's called, or IDWT's dollar sign, I guess you could say. I think it's called I Don't Want the Money. Uh, but yeah, I really enjoyed the drum work in the song, and there's some experimentation in this track with the electronic synths and all that. But for what it went for, I think I Don't Want the Money is one of my favorite songs. So is Miracle as well. And the last three songs, um, I like Noah Sebastian's vocal screams in the chorus of the song for I Don't Want the Money. It's really good and does have a catchy tune with the drum work and guitar work, so it does sound really good. Better than the last two songs from Who Are You and Somebody Else. Those songs I just wasn't feeling for. But What Do You Want From Me has grown on me a lot more. I really like the song, so 5 out of 5. It does sound good sonically, and then we come to a breakdown towards the end of the song. It sounds really awesome. So I'll give Noah Sebastian and the other members of Bad Omens that, because that song did do pretty good. And Artificial Suicide, one of my all-time favorite songs, um, for sure. Hands down, it's one of my favorite songs on the album, The Death of Peace of Mind. And finally, Miracle ends the album. Some experimentation, but in a way, I think it works for what it's going for, so 5 out of 5. And yeah, overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think The Death of Peace of Mind by Bad Omens is a good album. Not a great one from them, but it's a good listen for what it went for. Um, I think it's so much better than the new Avril Lavigne album, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'd have to downgrade Avril Lavigne's album to a 6.5. It's okay. It's not very good at all. So, I watched ARTV's review on it, and he trashed that album. It was kind of funny. But yeah, overall, I think Bad Omens, The Death of Peace of Mind album was a good listen. Definitely check this out if you want to hear something new from and fresh from Bad Omens, because this is a more experimental album than the last two records we got from them, because those were pure metalcore stuff. You get a few metalcore songs from time to time in this album, but not as much. Noah Sebastian does a lot more clean sings throughout this whole album, and it sounds pretty good. So for a score for me, I'm going to give Bad Omens, The Death of Peace of Mind an 8 out of 10. This was a good listen, definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't heard it yet. I did get my CD copy for it, physical copy for it, so I'm waiting for it to come in the mail today. And yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Bad Omens, the death of peace of mind. Sorry if I slurred my word for a second. This thing is, the swelling is messing with me slurring my words. Like my face is very swollen up, so please forgive me on it being swollen up. It happened yesterday, and I don't know what happened. I think it's my gums or whatever. So yeah. But if you did enjoy this, the Death of Peace of Mind album review that I did for Bad Omens' new album, and definitely give this a listen if you haven't heard it. It is a 15-track album, but consists of 53 minutes. The runtime's 53 minutes and some seconds. But yeah, comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this album review. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. Sorry for the lengthy review. I don't really do lengthy reviews, but I have been doing it a little bit more because I want to go into brief explanation of what I listen to for each song and then rate it afterwards. So yeah, the least favorites in my opinion are Who Are You and Somebody Else. They just didn't sound good sonically. Uh, they were decent songs, but didn't impress me sound-wise. But with Noah Sebastian singing in them, was not so bad. But yeah, this was a very experimental album from Finding God Before God Finds Me, because that album was pure metalcore, and this one is definitely leaning towards the experimentation side of their sound. But they still did a good job on this album, so 8 out of 10. I will return to you for another video, hopefully today, if I come around to it. If not, it's because I'm resting my face and all that, because I got a bad swelling in my face and all that. It's from my gums or whatever. I don't fucking know what happened. It just came out of the blue yesterday, and I was like, fuck. I was like, I gotta really get some antibiotics for sure. So if I have to go to the emergency room, it's because I had to go because my face swelled up a lot more. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. So definitely share some support for me getting better and all that, because I do make good content. It's just I've decided to either take a break from YouTube for a bit until my face gets better, or I'll keep doing videos, but you'll be seeing this a lot more. But anyways, stay safe, take care. Sorry for the long video for Bad Omens, the Death of Peace of Mind album review. And as always, I will see you in my next review.